Dear friend, love must be completely sincere. Hate what is evil. Hold on to what is good. Love one another warmly as Christians, and be eager to show respect for one another. Work hard and do not be lazy. Serve the Lord with a heart full of devotion. Let your hope keep you joyful. Be patient with your troubles, and pray at all times. Share your belongings with your needy fellow Christians, and open your homes to strangers. Ask God to bless those who persecute you. Yes, ask Him to bless, not to curse. Be happy with those who are happy. Weep with those who weep. Have the same concern for everyone. Do not be proud, but accept humble duties. Do not think of yourselves as wise. If someone has done you wrong, do not repay him with a wrong. Try to do what everyone considers to be good. Do everything possible on your part to live in peace with everybody. Sincerely, Paul.
I just want to speak the name of Jesus over every heart and every mind. 'Cause I know there's peace within your presence. I speak Jesus. I just want to speak the name of Jesus till every dark addiction starts to break, declaring there is hope and there is freedom. I speak Jesus. Your name is power. Your name is healing. Your name is life. Break every stronghold. Shine through the shadows. Burn like a fire. And I just want to speak the name of Jesus over fear and all anxiety, to every soul held captive by depression. I speak Jesus, and your name is power, your name is healing, your name is life. And break every stronghold, shine through the shadows, burn like a fire. Shout Jesus from the mountains, Jesus in the streets, Jesus in the darkness over every enemy. Jesus for my family, I speak the holy name, Jesus. Oh, shout Jesus from the mountains, Jesus in the streets, Jesus in the darkness over every enemy. Oh, Jesus for my family, I speak the holy name, Jesus.
Hi, Clayton. So tell us about your memories of the old church.
Well, I started out going here in about 1963. And I wasn't even saved yet,
Wow.
but I got saved a couple of years later,
Huh.
and
Huh.
we just had a good time. We had got our pastors from the seminary,
Oh.
and when I first started going, we took care of one missionary.
Oh my goodness.
Every 3 months, we'd send him $15. And then we started getting pastors that started pushing missions, and then the church started to grow.
So you went to church over in that old building there.
I went to church in the old building, and the day we left there, I don't know how many people were there, but it was over 300. And the aisles were full, and everything was full. We moved over here. And even over here, that same fall, we had parking lot attendants out here, and as high as 600 people in the church.
Yeah.
But the old church is the one I remember.
Now, were they all packed into one service, or did you guys have two
No,
services?
one service.
One. Wow. Wow, great.
Because we got all our preachers from the seminary. They were students, and they didn't have time for that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
So am I.
Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. We live for you. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes in wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me.
The day that Adeline Kirstenfeld asked me where I went to church, and I told her, we don't go to church anymore. And she said, well, you need to come out to our little church out in the country. She said, we've got a preacher that is as good as Billy Graham. And I went home and told her about it. She said, let's go to church.
We came in and we sat down about the fourth row from the front on the left. And the choir got up to sing, but it grabbed my heart because those people were singing because they meant it and because they love the Lord. It touched my heart in such a real way. Well, that just opened up the spirit to feed me the rest of the hour. After the service, we got the kids in the car and we headed home. And I just started crying. The tears just started coming. I couldn't stop them. And he says, what's wrong with you? I said, I have never experienced anything like I experienced this morning. I said, those people have something, and I want it. So I bawled all the way home and couldn't wait for the next Sunday.
Yeah.
And the next Sunday came, we were here. The next Sunday came, we were here.
We found the love of the Lord here, and the love of the Lord shown through the people to us. That's what kept us here.
Yep.
Loving one another.
We actually had Les and Miriam over for dinner one night. And so they came and we had dinner, and afterwards they're like, we need somebody to run the kids children's choir. And so we talked with them and we planned on giving it a shot, basically. And I'm like,
And you said if I can take her with me to do behavior
Yes.
management, that'll work.
so I was the music guy and she was more of the
Children behavior guy.
behavior, and she's the teacher.
As he ran the music, I would take care of the communication with parents, the communication with the kids, understanding, you know, it started out as 1st through 6th grade. And then we realized that we kind of wanted the kindergartners to get in there too. And so we brought them in. So having somebody that understands the academic ability of K all the way to 6th, and then we started deciding, hey, maybe Jim goes, I think we need to do a Christmas program, a big, huge program. So our very first one we look back at as being very simple. It had kids in it that are now adults and have their own children.
Yeah.
And then it grew to be, I think the biggest first one we did was Miracle on
Main Street.
Main Street.
And we turned the entire front sanctuary into basically downtown Warsaw. We had the courthouse, the
Reinhold's furniture,
yeah,
I think.
the fronts of the buildings, and it was a really good time. Putting music, drama, and art together has always been my passion.
We enjoyed
Those
seeing the
different
kids
things.
develop. I mean, there's some kids that when they first started to sing, struggled with being on tune. And now some of them are you know, in praise teams and singing in choirs and doing other drama productions, which has been fun to see, knowing that we introduced a way for them to minister in the church and showing them, I think, especially with Jim's talent, showing them that there are other ways that you can minister was an added blessing for us to be able to open up that world for kids who loved theater, music, and art.
But for Trillian and I, we are doers.
A good way to say it is ministry is a way of life for us,
Yes.
not a project.
Correct. And so, you know, we're asked to do something, we're going to follow through and see it to the end. So,
We also wanted the kids to see that music could be a service.
Yep.
So we took them to nursing homes where they sang and blessed the families there, those that couldn't come out and do things. We also encouraged them to see that when they sang in front of the church that they would be worshiping God at the same time. So putting all those pieces together for them was really important. I think when kids worship together, when kids minister together, it impacts them. And so we were able to be part of that puzzle.
Dorcas Circle was composed of a group of older ladies who sewed and prayed. Most of those ladies were between 70 and 90 years old at that time. To sew, to use their needles and thread, they always had these beautiful quilts. My children still have their quilts. It was usually only given to the firstborn. They also did a lot of different projects for the nursing homes, the little bags that attached to a walker or a bib or something like that. They often made these lap blankets for the older people to keep them warm in their wheelchairs.
Women's Missionary Fellowship was part of the heartbeat of Pleasant View Bible Church. We had a ministry to women on the mission field, and it was a fairly large group of women, and I heard that it started in 1955 at Pleasant View. We met once a month, serve and grow together as ladies. So we did correspondence and cards and small craft items. Then visited folks who couldn't get out of their homes and made comforters, which were sent to the Indian tribes, some of them. And to this day, we also stock the missionary cupboard. And it has personal care items and bedding and office supplies and books and other needs for the missionaries. It's a highlight when they come home